Unlike our ancestors, we don't limit our thinking of the cosmos to monopole elemental phase spaces. A discredited notion rooted in ancient myths from old Erethdor. Monopole elemental phase spaces. A comforting, if technically incorrect, arrangement of the fundamental forces of the cosmos. One wonders if such quaint notions would have faded, but for creatures like demons and the old gods, who work primarily through a single energy type. This conflation of culture and dimensional topology holds back so many otherwise promising mages. Put simply, Cosmos appears as a hexateron. Imagine a four-sided tetrahedron, internally extruded to form a multidimensional solid with 20 planes of existence. Is that a D20? Is that a D20? Is that what that's describing? 15 transitory pathways and 6 vertices where interferon patterns create monopolar expressions of cosmic forces. A four-sided tetrahedron, internally extruded to form a multidimensional solid with 20 planes of existence. Fifteen transitory pathways and 6 vertices where interferon patterns create monopolar expressions of cosmic forces. Singular energy types are unstable, according to Ogden's law, and thus they bind to one or more secondary elements. The Firelands contains as much magma as it does flame, and why the holy radiance of the sacred flame acts as an eternal beacon. Whoops. Duality. At least binding of some kind. Enough preamble, let's get to the fun part. Logic proofs. Let us start with the foundational equation. The rest of this tome consists of 627 more pages of symbolic logic and their proofs, broken up by the occasional anecdote about Mage Tower hijinks, the debunking of a historical myth, or a truly terrible bad pun. Singular energy types are unstable, like creation and destruction. Like light and shadow. Or like flame and shadow, or flame and light. Flame and shadow, as we've seen. Anything binding together. Well, we're never deleting that fucking book. That is being kept forever. And then here you have what we perceive to be, or perhaps each one of these is it. Well, I mean, if I guess there are 15 paths between the poles. Right. I did read the book. 20 triangles, right? So there's 20 faces. Chronicle's only showing a 2D cosmos. It's not showing you all the other ways that they intersect. 15 2-element planes. 23 element planes, 6 1-element planes, in one reality with all elements. There may be more. My question is, why do the Arathi understand the cosmos so well? Because they have access to technology that we do not understand. And that may include... I would love for that to include the Apexis, dude. That'd be fucking insane. It's like thinking there's 4 elements in ancient Greek times and then we get a periodic table. This is what Bellular thinks is nonsense and it's just a big joke making fun of Shadowlands. This is what he was talking about. That's interesting. I think it's tonal satire. Total satire. Why would you think that? I think it's written in an extremely esoteric and difficult to read way intentionally, but the core truths within it hold incredible weight. They do similar things like that in Final Fantasy as well, and frankly, this is not the first time they've done it in World of Warcraft. The records that you read in Uldaman, from original Uldaman, from the Discs of Norgannon, are written in the same way. This fucking login music is nuts, dude. It's so crazy. I don't think Blizzard would want to define the cosmos this kind of way, just my opinion, though. I mean, it's a perspective. So, the Arathi have their perspective. Based on whatever reasons they may have, they seem very confident in what they're saying. Not that others in the past haven't. A discredited notion rooted in ancient myths from old Erethdor, which would have been stuff that is from the Titans. Right? I mean, ancient Erethdor myths are literally rooted in the Vrykul and the Titans. So... a comforting, if technically incorrect, arrangement of the fundamental forces of the cosmos. Monopole elemental phase spaces. One wonders if such quaint notions would have faded. For creatures like demons and the old gods who work primarily through a single energy type, this conflation of culture and dimensional technology holds back so many otherwise promising. So any element cannot function without a second one, or it's unstable without a second one. Do you think that's why they put, like, nature and order together in water like that? Maybe because either of them by themselves would be unstable? Chronicle does say that light and shadow in their purest forms exist in realms outside the borders of reality. Sacred flame must be more stable than the pure light. That be why Sargeras was soulbound to Argus? Was Argus too unstable without that? I just have a lot to think about. It's a lot of brain power that I gotta use to process that. Well, I'm gonna be thinking about that for the next, like, fucking 3 years.